I started in 2016 teaching the odd pony lesson. So I found that there was sort of a gap between learning about horses and riding a horse. So there was just this in-between space where a lot of people didn't really have a good foundation. And so I started teaching pony school with the minis, and we would just learn about how to approach a horse and how to brush them properly and what it takes to take care of them and cleaning out their hooves, the parts of the horse, you know, all the things that I learned before I got to ride. And even groundwork and leading them and communicating with them. It was all really important stuff, and a lot of my students went on to do riding, and in fact a lot of them have their own horse now. So much bigger. Hi Gemma. And she likes to be with the people, and she likes to
go out.
No, she goes. She likes to follow us around. Come on, Jemmy.
I mean, you're not going to end up on the road.
No. Much through everybody's lunches. Hi, Piggy. You go on. You go on. Yeah. So this little piggy, she belongs to my youngest, who is 5 years old, and her favorite of our animals is the piggy. Mm-hmm. So she always wanted a pot-belly pig, so we got her a little piglet. Yeah. So that's Jemmy. Hi, Jemmy. You get in here. You'll be good. So yeah. So this is our. So we sometimes right now we have some makeshift stalls done up because the kids had their ponies in here most of the week, and they learned to shovel the stall and take care of their ponies. But no animals sleep here for the night. They all go back to their proper stalls. Sometimes we have it like all tables and a big craft in here. So it's really a space that we created that it could be multi-purpose.
And your rabbits have...
Some of our bunnies, and they're very hot today. So there's some of our rabbits. We have about 12 adult rabbits, and we have a litter of baby bunnies at the house. Yep, so I have 7 little baby rabbits that the kids all got to hold yesterday and learn about. Mm-hmm. We don't bring them every day because it's stressful. But this one is our oldest one. That's Nellie, the black with the... She's like, this is our youngest one. He's so curious. He does not stop poking around. He's just like, wherever you are, he's on top of you. The kids were all watching their movie, and he was just like getting on top of them, and he was snuggling in.
And their hair standing up.
Oh yeah, he's really nosy.
What kind of rabbit are they?
So they are a mixture of a Netherland dwarf, a lop, and a lionhead. So we have had about 10 generations of rabbits.
So they are the ones with the blue eyes?
Yeah, so he is actually her baby.
Okay.
And she has most of the lionhead. Yeah, so these guys here are hot today. Yeah. They'll go back home in our bunny barn. So we have a separate barn at home for all our rabbits. And yeah, all our animals. And of course the stuffy, because, you know. So today, the kids were entertaining themselves with pretending that they were the horses, and then they have chairs in the little stalls. Yep. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Okay.
Get closer. Are you smiling? Are you smiling? Oh. Are you smiling?
They want all of the snacks. Our sheep was just sheared. Sheared on this Saturday. Don't eat her tag. And so the tall goats are Nubian goats, and their names are Dolly and Maddie. And the lamb, her name's Bella, but we call her Lamb. And she is 1 year old.
Yeah. I had a puppy farm kind of thing on that. And I had
oh, no, that's not going to be very long. Okay, let's get your feet all clean so you can show them your own. You know what, girlies? You don't have your boots, you can't lead a pony. Don't worry about it. So, mostly it was my years of experience that helped me immensely. When I got my first horse, she was a youngster, which is not an ideal situation for a young child to have a youngster for a horse. You typically would want something experienced.
So but sorry for interrupting.
No problem.
Regular size horses.
Yes, like a saddle horse. Yep. And I had to learn the bare basics if I wanted to, to grow up with her and be responsible. And so I took the knowledge that I had from working with a young horse and having instructors be very diligent in making sure I was doing things properly, and I turned that into something that I felt was was necessary. So education-wise, my years of experience with the horses, not just riding, but just hands-on, that would be the best education that probably I could have had for my foundation. And then a few years ago, I went on to take an equine assisted learning program, so I could facilitate those classes. But I didn't talk to you much about those yet, so I do have that certification too. I started off taking my rider level, so I wanted to be a coach, to teach riding lessons. And it turns out it just wasn't what I felt, where I felt I was needed. I felt that I was needed elsewhere. Yeah. Next up in our beloved mini horse show is Ivy Jane leading all spots on me. That's it. Good. Awesome. Let's give a round of applause for Ivy and Max. This is where we started off.
How many acres you got?
It is 45-ish acres. Right. We started off with a 10-acre strip. So I was just graduating high school. So from here down to the back, trees, and only until that row of trees and over there. Mm-hmm. The barn was pretty much, everybody said, well, okay, you're obviously going to tear it down and start fresh. No, that would be too easy. So we spent our first summer jacking up the older barn, which was just this section here, and pouring a new concrete foundation. So we learned how to do rebar and all the things, all the cement, and then we little by little kept adding on to make it what it is. So yeah, and eventually we ended up getting a second parcel of land, which is just beyond these trees, and it goes all the way down to the woods too. My home is on the other side, so it's on the other side of the trees. But I couldn't move far because I have too many horses.
Do you have a water source at all here?
We do. Yeah. So we have about 30 horses here, and about half of them belong to our family and half are boarders. Yeah.
Okay, and so do you have a little creek or river or what?
No, so there's no creek, no river, it's all well. And that's a beautiful boy, that's Harley.
Harley. Hi Harley, how you doing?
He's so tired. Look at his bottom lip is all it's all like flappy. Yeah, Harley has been here many years. He's one of our.
How old would Harley be? 12?
He would be in his 20s.
In his 20s, okay.
Their lifespan's about 25 or
25.
Yeah. But he's got to be 21, 22 at least. So these are one of our boarders.
Okay. And you have them out on a good day, I guess.
Yeah. So today they came in early because the horse flies came out when the sun started. So they came in about 11 probably today. But barn chores start here around 6:30. So everybody gets their grain in the morning. So everybody gets different feed. And then once they're done their grain, everyone gets turned outside. So everybody gets hand-led to their individual paddock where they go.
Somebody doesn't look happy?
He is very, very hot. So he's resting. So their head down and the ears kind of to the side. And I don't know if you can see his back leg. We call it resting a foot. So his whole body language is basically saying, I'm sleepy. I'm resting. I'm relaxed.
You can lay down if you want.
He does occasionally lay down. Usually he'll lay down.
What's his name?
This is Cash.
Cash?
Yeah.
Hey,
so Cash is pretty special. He's my mom's horse, and he has had 2 surgeries. He actually was diagnosed with a cancer. Do you see his scar on his hip?
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, and he was only young. I want to say he was like 6 maybe when that when that happened. And so we had the surgery, and everything was fine. And then the following summer, he had a colic, and He was just getting into recovery stages from his chemo. He actually had medication and things too. When that happened, and then he had to go to PEI, and he had the surgery done to fix his intestines. So Ruby is
this
beautiful. There's Ruby. And Ruby's a pony. Oh, she goes fly. Hi, Ruby Tooth. Hi, Ruby T. I know you're sassy.
there. Just we can.
Ruby Tuesday. Yes, that's right. They most of the horses have their
Have the
nameplates.
name.
Yes.
Okay, Sunday we have. Hi, Cindy.
Showing her age this year, her hair didn't shed out quite as nicely. Like you can see, it's
So do you
quite
rinse
long.
them off after?
Well, once it dries, we give them a good curry comb, brush it all out.
You don't go with the hose.
Sometimes we do, but they really don't like it as much. So we usually wait for it to dry, then we'll curry comb it. So I imagine her owners will probably be here tonight. They usually come every second day, take care of things. And this old gal is Daisy. And Daisy was my very first horse. Here's her nameplate here. It fell off. So her name's Wheelin' and Dealin'. She is 28.
Daisy.
And she started the whole ordeal, unfortunately. I love you, Daisy. So she's also showing her age.
Yeah.
She requires all of the special maintenance. She has arthritis in her knees.
Hey.
So she's on she also has allergies. I don't know if you can see that she has hives and really red eyes and
Her
stuff like
eyes
that.
don't look a bit red. Eh?
Yeah, so she's on allergy medication and she's on some things for her joints. Hi, Days. And she doesn't see great, but she's very friendly.
Hi,
She's
baby.
the one who taught me the most.
Oh,
Oh, she wants you to scratch her neck.
There you go, baby.
So Daisy I used to take riding lessons on her mother. And then when Daisy was born at the barn where we used to ride, I begged my parents to buy the horse. So they wheeled and dealed,
So-
and they painted the
so
house
you got
in
bought.
exchange for Daisy.
You got bought.
So
Yeah.
Daisy. Yeah. And so I lived in Moncton. We didn't live here all my life. So then after we ended up with 2 horses, then we started looking, Mom and Dad started looking for a place outside the city so we could take them home. And so here is Little. Little belongs to my mom, and she's a quarter horse. She's 18, and she wants food. She's always hungry.
Okay.
And Little, we say sisters, but they're not related, but they were born here 18 years ago, the same summer. This is Lexi, and so they are pretty much inseparable. Hi, Lexi. Lexi's sleeping in the corner. Little will always come to the door to see if you have food. Lexi could care less. As long as she's got a fan, she's happy.
Make sure you didn't bring anything.
Little's on a
Like I
diet,
told
though.
you yesterday, I was going to stop
You
and buy
were gonna
carrots
get
at
carrots.
apples.
Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. I have treats over in my locker
Yeah.
though, so we can do treats after. They'll get really nibbly too if they give them all the treats. Excuse me. So this is the first alley. We've got one alley done. I'll lead the way. Excuse me. I want to show you before we go our feed room. So this stays closed all the time so that no mice come in, but each horse in the barn gets something different. So every tub is either a supplement or a different grain or a different medication. So we have charts, we have Meg in the AM, you see, so Meg gets a pill in the morning. Like all of these senior horses have really specific care routines, and so this is my mom's masterpiece. If I touch anything in here, she'll know.
She'll kill you.
Yeah, basically, and I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to move anything around because it's very specific. And some of them get soaked feed, which is the buckets that you see with warm water. So by supper time, they're ready to eat. Especially the older horses with they don't have the best teeth, so they get like a mash almost. Yeah, so everything is all organized by my mom's means. So it started when I got Party. He was a weanling. So he was a youngster, and he was probably a bit smaller than Max when we first got him. And me and my family, my young kids, my husband, we went to Bass Pro Shop to get our photo taken with Santa at Christmas time. And it turns out that it was pet friendly. So we thought, oh goodness, we'll bring a rabbit or maybe a chicken. We just wanted to be unique and silly. And then we thought, oh my goodness, we should bring the mini horse, the smallest one. So we did. In the backseat of the truck. Didn't even hook a trailer. We plopped him in the backseat of the truck. So there's me sitting in the backseat with 2 kids in car seats and a horse. Yeah, probably not an ideal situation when you think horse in car, but this is Party, and he was tiny, and he didn't care about anything. It's just his personality. And during the visit, it was so amazing to see people and their expression to see a tiny horse. Like, I have goosebumps because it just was so amazing to me. Like, people would stop in their tracks and just be like, jaw drop, is that a horse? Like, it's tiny. And people just like, oh my goodness, I gotta go to work. I'm on my lunch break. Oh my goodness, I gotta go. Like, I lost track of, you forget. You forget your troubles, your worries, your stress. And in that moment, you know, that's where the therapy, the magic happens. And it happens even when you come out to see the horse. You know, if it's just a one-on-one or even a small group and you just like their antics, they're hilarious. So when we did that visit with Party, we ended up being there, I'm sure, 2.5 hours at least for that photo. And we went all through the store, and we have gone most every Christmas since with Party for his annual Christmas photo with Santa. Although now he doesn't fit in the truck, we actually take the horse trailer. Yeah, so that's what actually started with the off-property visits for me. And the on-property here at the farm started when I had a bit of postpartum depression after having one of my children, and I was just, you know, you have those days that seem to last forever, and the kids are young and they need you all the time, and I didn't get to the barn as much as I needed to, but I was still living next door, so it wasn't that it was far, it was just hard to get there. And one day I was having this crazy day. All in my mind, I just wanted to go see Carlos. I just wanted to see his nose, and I just wanted to like spend time with him. Anyway, so I did, because it was that important to me that I got the kids ready, got out that door, I walked next door, and as soon as I spent 5 minutes with Carlos, it was just like, oh. And then I thought to myself, oh, I feel bad because here I am. It's not that far for me. I have access to this, but like so many of my adult friends who are now parents or are in their different place in life, they have given that up. What do they do? You know, they can't go smell their horse's nose air. So I said, well, I may not be teaching riding lessons, but I'm gonna allow people to come and spend time with horses because that's what I would want, you know? So I started that way. Aisle number 2. Watch your step, guys. There's a bottle here. You can tell we added all our sections. This one here is Rocky. He's a darling. Hi, Rocky. So Rocky is a retired riding lesson pony. A retired riding lesson horse. Right. So he had foundered. So do you know what that means when they founder? Like they have a rotation in their leg bone, so they're really sore. It can happen if a horse eats too much grass that's rich in sugars. So when we bought him, he was sort of a project horse. He needs very specific low sugar feed, and we really have to watch his weight. So he's about 19, and now he just gives rides to my daughters, little pony rides, and they can ride and steer him. He's really good and quiet, but he definitely he knows all the tricks in the riding lesson world. So if he can get away with something, he's definitely going to try it. Yeah. So that's Rocky, and he's a pony, so he's bigger than the minis. These are all their feed dishes when they get their grain too. All right, Rocky. And that one's empty right now. Okay. That is all of our mini horses.
All the mini horses.
Yeah. There's Charlotte.
Charlotte likes a Party.
Well, there's 2, Charlotte and Party. So Charlotte is the tall black one, and Party's in the back. Party's got the Party here. Can you see Party? I can open them.
Which one is the one that you had at the hospice?
I believe it was Party, actually. Let's see.
Let me see if I might remember.
He didn't have purple hair. Over Charlotte. But this is Party. Oh, and Max. I had Max too one time. So this is Party. He's the one that started all of the visiting different places with his crazy personality, because he is not scared of things that most horses would be scared of, which makes him super fun to travel with, because he's not fearful to go into different places, and loud noises don't upset him. And he's the one that started the whole process. And so Charlotte is his best friend. They're the same age, and she was born here, and he was bought that same summer. They're so bad. But he's from Alberta. Hi, Sky. He's from Alberta. And we had him shipped here as a weanling, so a young youngster. And Charlotte was a surprise. We had owned her mom, and her mom was pregnant. So we didn't know, but we're lucky because she's a sweetheart. She loves people. There.
Well, you had a good tinkle, didn't you?
Yeah, seriously. Hi, Party Pants. Oh my goodness.
I
they're
think
so
it was
bad.
party pants that we had, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And I went twice. So Party Pants came once, I think, and I think Max came the second time.
Yeah, and then you had somebody at the Coliseum there.
Yes, I did. I had Party and Max there 2 different days, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Because they were all dressed.
With the sneakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wear their party shoes. This one is Sky. Hi, Sky Bye. And I can go into as much detail about them that you want.
So Sky, well, we're going to get better pictures when we're outside.
Yep,
with
we'll
them.
bring them outside if you'd like. So Sky is probably 13, and she's a mini horse. So she is trained to pull a cart. She's done lots of horse shows and things like that. They're really fun to drive in a cart. Makes me feel happy. And then we have McGregor next. McGregor's our old man Tony. So McGregor is from TPI, and he's my daughter Esme's first horse. And when she was about 2, she would get on him and ride him
Has he
around.
been in the mud too?
He sure has.
Looks like he's coming.
And we weren't using him this morning for our horse show, so he's dirty because he didn't get his brush in. And then the next one down is Seamus. Seamus is also an old man. He's 21, maybe 22.
Oh, he's pretty.
Isn't he so funny?
He's pretty.
Hi, Seamus. Hi, Shamey.
Oh, you're pretty.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Always kiss me goodnight.
Yep, he's a special boy. He's my mom's favorite mini.
Yeah. He is so gorgeous.
He's a gorgeous color.
Yeah. Does he not travel well?
He doesn't travel as well, and where he's my mom's favorite, she doesn't really allow him to leave the property.
Yeah.
Yep. So each of the minis have a specific job because of their personalities. So after I've had them for a little bit, I kind of put them into where I feel like they would fit in the best.
Yeah.
So McGregor is sort of like, if I have someone who wants to try the cart for the first time, that's my choice. If I have, let's say, a team who wants to come out and lead the horse, he's one of my choices, because if you put too much pressure on this horse, he'll actually bite you.
Oh.
Not hard, just as a reminder that you don't have to pull his face all the time.
Here's a wee one.
And that is Mr. Maximilian.
That's
And
Max. Yeah.
That's Max. So he travels.
Yeah.
He's one of our travelers.
He's one of your smallest ones.
He is definitely our smallest,
Yeah.
and he is.
My girlfriend in Ontario, she has 2
She has-
miniature
yeah?
ponies.
She does.
Yeah.
And where does she live now?
Belleville in Ontario.
Oh, there are a lot of mini horses out that way, I think.
Yeah. That'll work on. She only has the 2.
Oh, it's non-stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't intend to get this many. It
Tony,
just
you're a
happens.
big boy.
He is a big boy, so Tony is, I think, over a mini height. I think he's actually a pony, but we'll say he's a mini just because he fits in here just well. Him and Tony him and Max just came to us in August last year, so I haven't had them that long. He is very relaxed, doesn't mind anything, loves to travel, loves the kids, he'll hop on the horse trailer. This is him. Tony is a little more feisty. He's like about 6 years old, is that 75? And he's just still young, you know, and I don't know his, 100% his past or anything, so I'm not really sure what he's done. So we're still figuring him out, but he's fitting in quite well. My hope is that for the little ones he could off pony ride, because he's a good size.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And my favorite, don't tell him and he's dirty, is Carlos. Carlos is the class clown. He is ridiculous. He was my first mini horse. He's 12, and I got him when he was almost 2. And he is trained to pull a cart, single and double. Took very good care of me when I was pregnant, and I was in a horse show in a cart. Even though I was a nervous wreck, he took very good care of me. And he'll unzip your jacket, your sweater. He likes to pull your phone out of your pocket. He can't hold still. He's got to be doing something.
I see.
Yeah, and he's also like a My Little Pony with a little heart. He's got a white heart on his bum. So when I drive him in the car, it really makes me smile extra because you can see this little white heart. Yeah.
He's also been in the dirt.
He totally has been in the mud. Well, it's hard for them not to be in the mud. Anytime they're outside this week, it's been mud. Started off with two. Yep, started off with two. My first two was Carlos, and he was almost a 2-year-old, so he was still technically a baby. And I learned to drive a cart with him. I had a trainer come out and teach both of us, which built an intense relationship between the driver and the animal, because when he was fearful, I wasn't next to him to say, hey, it's cool, it's okay. I'm on wheels literally behind him, putting my trust in him. So it doesn't matter how big or small a horse is, but you're really at their mercy. If you're in a wagon behind a horse, you have 2 reins, you know, you're really putting a lot of trust into it. So that's why I'm so close, I think, to Carlos. But yeah, I started with him and I started with Lady. Lady was a mare who gave birth to Charlotte. And after she gave birth to Charlotte, we decided that we would sell her or rehome her because she really was anxious around kids. And so a lady had another horse at home and needed a companion and wanted something she could just be easy and just brush. And so it was perfect fit. As soon as she came and she met her, the horse was calm. Excuse me, she was like, it was great. So we lucked out because let me tell you, when a horse comes, they don't usually leave. So Lady was the only mini I think that I've ever parted ways with. Yeah, she was the only one I've ever sold. Yeah, so I started with 2 and then we just had so much fun with them. I thought originally they would be for the kids, but no. Hours in the trailer and even some hours on a ferry, I guess.
Look at your hairdo.
Oh, he's got the fanciest hair in the whole barn. And his eyelashes.
Oh, yeah.
We always have to laugh because his eyelashes are so light. Hi, Roy, and he's always up to no good.
Yeah.
He loves to be into everything. Hi, Roy. Hi,
Gonna
buddy.
teach your camera.
Hi, Roy. Hey.
He's got the teeth to do it.
He does. He does. He likes to show them too. But he's not a biter, though. He's not really a biter. Like when you're so I know, it's really, this was our last, let me just turn this down. This was our last edition, and when we built this on, we were jokingly calling it the West Wing, and it's kind of stuck. So every time we're looking for someone and we can't find, oh, in the West
Are
Wing.
they mostly borders then?
Yes, these ones here are borders. So we have Miller and Alamar, and those 2 are owned by the same owners. Miller is a pony, and he is young, 5.
He's
and
a pony.
Yeah, he's a big pony. He's a big pony. Yeah, hi bud. And he's got the most beautiful 4 white socks and a big white blaze. I just love him, but he is so sassy.
Where's your
Very
socks?
sassy.
Show me your socks.
You have your socks. Let's see your socks there, Miller. Yeah, it's hard to see them, isn't it? But he's got beautiful white socks.
Yeah, I see. No, not much.
You can see. And Alamar is his older companion, I guess. So this is their original riding horse. Yeah, hello. Hello, Alamar. And so these ones are empty right now. Some of the horses went home for the summer. There was a horse that we had here for the winter last winter who had no eyes. Yeah, no eyes. And her owner actually still rides her. It's incredible. Incredible. She had her eyes removed. Yes. Because they were causing her pain. She had something in her eye that was causing her pain. And so they removed one and she was a lot better. And then they could tell that the other one, it was infected. It kept getting infections, whatever reason. So they removed the second, and she's happy as a clam.
Oh my God.
I know, it's incredible. Incredible to see because,
Hi, sweetie.
oh, it's just weird to see how
Well, I mean, they respond to the owner wherever they go, they go.
Yes, exactly.
Hi, sweetie.
And even like when she's outside, turned out.
What do you got on your neck there?
So that's her freeze tattoo. She is a boarder, but she was one of the racehorses, the standardbreds in the cell case in the carts.
Okay.
And yeah, so she was not very good at that apparently. So she's a riding horse now, and she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I think this one is probably our tallest one that we have now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ennio. And Ennio likes to be in the air, so we call it Flying Air Ennio. And you were in the mud too. Wait till your mom sees you. Ha! Air Ennio. He likes to go really high in the air.
He is big, yeah.
He's huge.
Hard to get on.
Yes, I'm
You
not.
need a step stool.
Yes, they do have a step stool for him for sure. He's a big boy. I like him. I like them all really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Adrian's, but I don't think she wants it too close. So sometimes she's not as happy as we want her to be. But that's Bear. Hey Bear. And that's, the boarding of the horses does help to keep the maintenance on the barn. Otherwise, I mean, it's a very big facility to maintain, and as you know, nothing stays new forever. Sure, it was new when we built it, but things need a lot of work, especially with live animals in and around. I mean, fences need fixed, and so that's the income that helps to sustain the facility itself. And then the care of the minis, pretty well every penny that comes in to this business right now is put towards the horses. I would like to be able to continue and grow. So
Okay, well, hey, whoa, come back here.
they will. They'll be probably doing their best. Yes, sir. Now they're in a hurry. Are they being sassy? Go play. Go play. Be good. Oh, they're going to roll. Yep. Down and roll. Oh, it feels good. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like it. He's like, no, you almost see what you're thinking, eh? You need a good brushing.
It's okay, we won't hold it against him.
That's good. It's kind of hard to stay clean if you're a horse rolling in the dirt, right? Oh, here we go. He's going to go initiate some. They're fast, aren't they?
Yeah. Don't look at them go.
Oh, Carlos. Use your brakes. Boys, be good. Right over there. Hi, Carlos.
Oh, he's cute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're so rough with each other. Hi, Sky. Yeah, Carlos. Get.
Can't do this fast enough.
Yeah,
Go the other way.
Come on, Shane. One, go.
Can't do this fast enough.
Yeah,
Go the other
come
way.
on, Shane. One, go.
I'm just trying to get something for Facebook.
Aww. Oh, greater.
When this one up here, you know it will.
But, I think
You're gonna roll it in mud for me?
likely. Oh, except for if Carlos chases him. And then I have a story of why he's brought. Good. Yeah. So I have 4 tentative stories.
You pick what's important to you.
I know. Okay. Sounds good.
All right, guys.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try to grab ponies and bring them in now. And